All right, we are live. Welcome to The Scenting Guy. I'm your host, Jim Redding, The Scenting Guy. And as always, Mike Hewitt, our Director of Marketing and
Hello.
illustrious producer extraordinaire. Very excited about today's show. With us is Niko Preciado. You are with, basically our favorite vendor. We use, we try a lot of different things to advertise. And your company, Genius Monkey, has proven to be probably the only consistent returner of revenue.
Happy to hear that.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, happy to hear that.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's and so we're thrilled to have you. So I'll let you give an overview of what Genius Monkey is because I don't want to mess it up. But I'm just excited that because if I understand this correctly, you and your team are here, and you're kind of doing a little mini documentary on us.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Hey, this is one of our clients, and they like what we're doing.
Yeah. So essentially, we are here to do a case study. It'll be on our website probably the next couple months. But essentially, what it is we look for different clients that we love to work with and that have seen success with us over the years, to see if we can interview them about their experience with us, then obviously share some of the success. And then we publicize that on the website, and we do it for different verticals. And e-commerce is one that we have one or two on the website, but really want one that's current and something that we can speak about. So we're really excited for this one to get published. We'll blast it on our socials. We're going to put it out there as soon as it's publicized.
Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, exactly. Anywhere we can get it out there. So we actually send like an email blast to all of our clients and prospects as well. Like, hey, this new case study has been published.
Great.
So yeah, it'll be out there and you guys will be the first to know when it's published as well. So we're really excited for it to get out there once we're done filming today.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're a good case study for you because we've been around a bit.
Yep.
Long enough to where I can say, back in my day, you just put one post up on Facebook and boosted every once in a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Such a different environment now, changing all the time. Like, SEO isn't the same as it was before because now you have to win AI summaries and all of this.
I can assure you that doesn't work anymore.
Oh my God, it's crazy. You know what? We could spend 10 times what we make if we wanted to, just like that.
Yeah.
Like if we just went blindly and said, okay, Google, just give me your recommendations and whatever your algorithm recommends, I'm in.
Yeah.
We could spend many
They'll gladly take your money too.
times more than we actually make gross.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's bananas. So without me trying, if you could say like what is, because one of the purposes of this podcast is we like to dish about small business and what has worked for us before because tide raises all boats. So for our listeners that might be e-commerce or whatever, what's your elevator pitch?
Yeah, for sure. So Genius Monkey is a company that's been around for 16 years. We're based out of Phoenix, Arizona. All the employees are United States bound. Everybody's really hands-on approach, really big into customer service, taking care of our clients and making sure that we're taking care of each other. And so we want to see you guys be successful as much as working together as a team to make that happen. In terms of what we do specifically, we're a programmatic platform, which means that we're able to serve digital ads, whether it be static image ads, video, OTT, CTV, which are your modern day commercials, and then audio, to a very targeted audience based off of real-time behaviors. So for example, let's say I'm a target audience for Aroma Retail. I wake up in the morning, I check Facebook, I see an ad for you there. Now I'm going to ESPN.com because I want to check the sports scores the night before. I see another ad for you right on top of ESPN.com. On my iPad, I'm going to go watch a YouTube video because it's the afternoon, take a break. I see a pre-roll video, guys, show up right before that YouTube video. So once the user is targeted, essentially we follow them on their internet journey each day in efforts to stay on top of them. So that way they click on that ad or they remember you and go to your website and convert in some manner. And then when they do that, we have full reporting and attribution to make sure that we can see that journey and show you how many ads it took, how long it took, what did they buy, and then return all that information to you guys.
Such a stalker.
He is a stalker. That's funny. Yeah. Well, yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're doing for us.
Yep.
But here's the backstory from my perspective is over the years, we try different things and sometimes things work, sometimes things don't. Sometimes it's a huge success, sometimes it's a complete disaster. And when it's a huge success, I'm always the one that's saying, go, go, go.
Yeah.
Listen, if you invested $1,000 and we got more than 4 times, like more than 4,000 in sales, and by that I'm talking about direct conversion,
right.
Which, by the way, is what I love about the Genius Monkey platform. When you say we're getting 5 times, 6 times, sometimes 7 times our investment in Genius Monkey, you're not just taking all my sales and saying, here's what you spent on Genius Monkey. You're saying this $1,000 that you spent on Genius Monkey caught these people that clicked this link, put this in their shopping cart, and paid you and placed an order. That alone is 6 or 7 times, which is just incredible, just amazing. Very rarely happens in our world in digital advertising. A lot of times, well, like with Google ads, we have to accept the fact, look, we're going to be lucky to get 3 times.
Yeah.
But we have to be present out there for search results and whatever. Especially now with AI coming in, we have to be at that first ad or whatever for a lot of terms.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. So over the years, we tried what you just described, which I think is also, there's other terms like display advertising, whatever. We tried that. And at one point, before we knew you guys existed, at one point we said, pull the plug.
Yeah.
It's just not getting a return.
Yeah.
We can't figure out how to get exactly this for this customer at this time placement. So forget it. We're just burning.
We were already doing videos with them, and videos were working great. And he mentioned display ads, and I was just like,
right, PTSD.
No, he did. He's like, they said it right away. They're like, historically, we have not had success with display.
Okay, so let me make sure I have this right. So display ads is static image that pops up at the right time in front of the right person.
Right. Think about your banner ads around any website that you go to that are just on the side, and if you click on them, it bounces you off the website.
Totally got it.
Those are it.
Totally got it. What is the term for video placement?
So we have 2 types. Pre-roll is like the skippable format, 15 to 30 second that you can skip for a YouTube video, an ESPN highlight, whatever. There's a place to put a skippable video format, we can do that. The other video is OTT CTV, over the top or connected TV. And that would be like your YouTube TV, your Sling, your Hulu, your Peacock. These
are
streaming
stuff.
Streaming, yeah.
That's what everybody's watching now anyway.
So your professional grade commercial that can't be skipped, that's on these different networks. The beauty, though, is that we're plugged into all those networks. So a lot of the time people have issues is one person, let's say that's a targeted member, is only subscribed to Hulu. Let's say the company did a deal with Peacock. Well, they're missing out on that subscriber who's the target audience because they're only subscribed to Hulu.
Yep.
So the beauty of us is we're plugged into all those networks. So if the targeted audience is subscribed to Hulu, we're going to serve them to Hulu. If they're subscribed to Peacock, we're going to serve to Peacock. So
I don't think I know of one person that just has one subscription.
Yeah, there's so many now. And it is keep getting bigger. And, you know, being a Meta DSP, which we are, we're able to plug into.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Meta DSP. So a Meta DSP is we're in more than one network, and we do it for 2 reasons. Let's say Google and Meta are both charging us for the same exact placement of a spot in front of a user at a given time. Because when a website loads, what's happening in the background is called real-time bidding. The split second that those ads are loading, us advertisers are bidding for that placement in front of that person in that spot at that given moment, right? So let's say Meta, Google are like, hey, Google's like, I'm going to charge you 30 cents for that spot. Meta's going to charge us 35 cents. Well, we're going to go with Google because they're giving us the same spot for a better price at that given moment. But we're making those networks compete against each other by having access to all of these DSPs.
That pisses me off because we couldn't do that on our own.
Right.
I mean, look, I'm glad to pay
Yeah.
for it. You guys bring a lot of value, but
Yeah.
come on, I should have some levers.
That's
and
why
buttons.
this works so well for a small business, because you get to be part of the bigger punch. You get they have all the space, and we're just we're in their cog.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can focus on my craft.
Right.
Mike can focus on what's the next brand message.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, I do.
Yeah.
No, he does stuff.
Yeah, he does.
He does stuff. It's tough to keep up with. It's almost like this big pile of mush. Like, what are you doing, Mike? What are you doing? But then he's doing these 15 things that I didn't even know needed to be done.
I think the other big piece too, that having access to that very targeted audience trying to get in front of is huge, because we have 40 databases we're plugged into. So instead of having to buy data or go to these different places to gather information about who your potential audience is, we're already plugged into those and we're layering that data. So, if we're looking for people that have a certain credit score, we can use one of our databases for that.
No, I get it. Hence
And
the high return.
Yeah.
Because we've been doing this for a while. So we have a general idea of which demographic mixes we resonate with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which basically I would say comes down to those individuals that are generally concerned and care about their air quality, and they care about their design.
Yeah.
They want to do a little bit of next level stuff with
Mm-hmm.
environmental scenting, but also are looking for a safe and affordable, effective way to just finish the design in their environment with a luxury scent.
Yeah.
That's who we're looking for. And what's cool is you guys can take that description and say, okay, well, you mentioned credit score. Maybe I don't know what you guys are doing. Fortunately, I don't have to keep up. You guys are just doing a good job. But okay, so credit score should be this. They should have bought something like this, maybe some accent pillows for their couch. That means they're into design a little more than just, I need a folding chair to sit on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you go after one household? Just the geofence around one
and
person?
just make them angry.
Just everything they turn on.
When they get on the airplane and watch an in-flight movie.
Yeah, there are
it's me again, Margaret.
There are some rules, but we do have, and recently we've been doing this more often, is that we can really pick like specific placement. So like March Madness, if you want to be on OTTC TV during March Madness, we can specifically ask that you're being put on during that time to a certain region. Or if there's a big TV show, like the most recent one was Love Island that everybody was going nuts for to try to get advertising on, because that's such a big hold on people. There's opportunities to buy individual placements within those big shows.
Wait a second. So you could do that for things like Magnolia and other design shows?
Yeah. Viral stuff or big shows that are going on. There's specific placements that we could do.
Wait a second. Let me make sure I understand this. Forget that we're even on a podcast. So right now, we're paying you to just go out there in the world and identify that customer that we've described for you.
Correct.
And get our content in front of them.
Yeah.
But you're telling me that if I like a particular show, one that pops to head right now, Pioneer Woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's just amazing cooking show host, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even care how many people watch her,
yeah.
whether it's 2,000 or 200,000. I'm pretty sure I would have a high conversion rate if I could touch somebody twice during her show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So placements, individual placements, specific shows in certain geos, we can do it. So, that's another way of potentially targeting your audience, because, as you said, your audience is probably going to be part of who's watching that show and that demographic. So,
no question.
Yeah. So there's definite ways of doing that as well.
Dude, that's humongous.
Yeah. And so that's something that's been happening a little bit more often now, where people are really being focused on getting in front of audience, either that they know is intended for them or just getting in front of masses with something that's viral. Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. That answers a big question of mine, because obviously we've been growing our investment in Genius Monkey, and it's been going very well. Mm. Honestly, I wish everything was linear. I wish I could say, okay, wait a minute. Last month we paid you 10 grand and we made 70 off of this. Here's $100 grand.
Right.
I wish it was that simple, and you probably do too.
Of course. Yeah. We always want to scale. So yeah.
But stuff like this, thinking about the next level stuff, because another question I have that just keeps nagging at me is, how do we know, and I don't expect you to have the answer to this, but how do we know that our content is as good as it can be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we think that is the most effective message we could give in 15 to 30 seconds, but is it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How do we go about that?
So one thing we always do is we do A/B testing, and we're even doing that with the videos that you guys have. So whenever new creative comes out, we'll put it in and we'll see which one's converting more, which one's giving out
But
more
it's been
impressions.
almost dead even.
It has for us.
I love that it's dead even, but I hate
I
it.
hate
Yeah.
that it's dead even.
Yeah, and I wish one bombed. I don't want it to bomb, but I wish
No,
one
not bomb.
showed big like return right over the other. And it's more so like the times that we have seen that, it has been because something's not connecting with the audience. It's never so that somebody's just like got out of the box, out of their mind that it did so well. There's been a couple of times where I've seen somebody that hasn't, maybe production wasn't great before, but then you can tell that they invested in new cameras, they invested in new set. The production
I
was a
get
whole
that.
nother
I
level.
understand.
And that's where we've seen the big jumps where people go from that to that. But in terms of like a message that's just so catchy or something that goes viral, that's such a hard thing to predict because
I get that.
every time
No,
that these people, like, because obviously, like, we help our clients with, hey, they send us something over and we're like, oh, this isn't going to work. We'll be upfront with them and tell them.
you should.
Yeah. And let them
Yeah.
know, like, hey, this isn't going to perform. But in terms of like strategy, what's the new thing? What's the it thing to put in a video? What do you think? It's always hard for us because we're on the delivery side more so than the strategy side.
Yeah, but here's where you might be able to come in. And
Yeah.
forgive me if this is something
No.
that is,
Yeah.
too bold to ask or
Yeah.
whatever. But you must have access because you've got your successful clients.
Mhm.
You have had front row seats to seeing something like, whoa, look
Yeah.
at the return on this one.
Mhm.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
You don't have to give me numbers, but if you could share, Jim, here's some examples of some ads that just nailed it. And these guys are going after similar demographics as you.
Mhm.
That'd be really helpful.
Yeah. I think
Are you saying the commercials I film in my house are not good enough for you?
You know what? I think they're okay. But the reason I looked at you when he said that is because, Mike, honestly, I can't say enough what a phenomenal job you're doing with the tools that you have. And I really appreciate it because I can't afford to spend these tens of thousands of dollars a month on digital advertising and however many tens of thousands it's going to be for production.
The price it would cost us to get a professional commercial made, that's 2 months of us paying Genius Monkey. So I'd rather make the money back.
Yeah, I know, but it begs the question, because it's also a function of how ambitious you are in what's in the program. You know what I mean? Like, can it be something that's real simple but very, very well done? And that's what I want to see in these benchmarks is, what is it that's really causing people to go, hang on, I should click on that.
Yeah, I have no problem asking my team if there's any e-commerce specific that has really knocked out the park with their creative where they saw something that just jumped, right?
Yeah.
I have no problem asking them that.
I appreciate that.
The one thing I will say is that the other thing that's always difficult is that when we're in a vertical that's very specific or niche where you guys are, comparing it to other e-commerce is always, who knows, right?
I know.
And so those are always some difficult conversations to try to figure out, is this working because it's this, right? Specific niche, or is this working because it's this? So, I think that's always difficult too with strategy is like, what is that it factor that's making it pop and would it work universally across other brands, not just in that specific department? So, yeah.
Wow. Well, listen, before we wrap this up, I wanted to ask, just for the sake of both of our viewers, how small of a client do you work with? I mean, we were pretty far along when we met, but how small do you start?
So our minimum is $5,000 a month in terms of utilizing one of the different things
the cost minimum. Okay.
But it is,
so that will screen.
Yeah, and it's all inclusive though. So it all goes towards your media. It all includes the targeting. It all includes us putting the ads out there and getting your audience reporting and attribution. Mm-hmm. So that is the beauty of it. A lot of people that do work in the programmatic space are used to fees on top of utilizing platforms. So they'll ask us, what are your platform fees or your monthly retainer?
Absolutely.
What's the beauty of that is we don't have them.
No, you're just advertising.
You're just advertising. So if you work directly with us, that is the beauty of working directly with Genius Monkey is you get to kind of cut those middleman costs that sometimes come with a full service marketing agency or a person that's reselling our services.
No, that's great because Mike works for free. I stopped paying him years ago.
I work for lunch, free lunch.
Right. I showed you the cafeteria.
Yeah.
You have a couple of noodles anytime. No, that's good to know.
Yeah.
It's not linear, is it? Like I can't triple my budget with you and triple the sales from it.
The beauty of us is that we like to scale and get bigger with you guys and monitor it in real time. So
It has to be organic.
I would love, like, obviously, like we always say, hey, let's grow a little bit. Let's put 2,500. Let's put 5,000.
Yeah.
Let's open a new market and see if we're continuing at that same ROAS, because we never want to put you guys in a position where you're spread too thin or not feeling comfortable. We want to
Yeah.
grow with you guys and
I appreciate that.
get that ROAS for you guys and make sure it continues to stay there. And so that's how we want to scale with clients too. We want to make them feel comfortable. We want to say, okay, yep, we see it's working. Let's add some new budget, either add a new city, or there's still a lot of room within the budget for where we're targeting. Let's add more budget and see if that ROAS changes or continues to grow, right? And so
Awesome.
that's the next like level for scale. Also, obviously, down the line, there's also time to add more avenues like OTT, CTV, which we just talked about, right? So if there's a certain idea that you guys have ever that you want to test out,
I definitely want to explore that, what we were talking about earlier.
yeah, there's avenues in that department too that are going outside of whatever we're serving media on already.
That's awesome.
We'll discuss this over martinis tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
What a pleasure,
deal.
Niko. Thank you so much for, just what you've done for us, and I appreciate the fact, because I heard the stories. You guys have a good connection. You're obviously good at what you're doing and everything. Obviously, it helps that the results are good.
Yeah,
because I mean, you're a friendly guy. You're a nice guy. I like hanging out. But if we weren't getting the results, you know what I mean?
That's what's important, right? We want, like I said, we want to see you guys be successful. We want to be successful, so that way you guys spread our name around like we spread yours. So that's the beauty of it.
That is a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
I love a good old fashioned win-win.
Yeah.
Yes. Win. Cool. Mike, help us wrap this up.
Yes. Thank you very much, Niko, for everything you do.
Yeah.
For coming on.
Appreciate you having us.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for this show. Hope you found it very educational. I certainly did. Thanks for watching The Scenting Guy. I'm your host, Jim Redding, The Scenting Guy. Smell you later, alligator.
Go fragrance yourselves.